Hi Tarot friends, it's Jade here with Tarot Your Truth. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if it's your first time. If it is your first time, then you may want to check out one of the previous videos. I'm going through in this series that I've called Walking Through the Tarot series. I literally do that. I go through every card in the tarot deck, and I compare and contrast the different cards that I have from that deck, from all the decks that I have, sorry. And today we're talking about the Eight of Swords. So to date, I have gone through all of the major arcana and the majority of the sword suit now. So feel free to check it out if you're interested. Of course, you feel free to finish watching this. So what I'm going to do is go through, I'm always going to leave the RWS card on the left here, and then I'll put up the other cards on the right, and I'm going to actually just put one there so I can make sure we're in frame, and we are. So that is the Gilded Tarot. I'm going to make the assumption that most of you have seen these videos before and will recognize the cards. If there's any cards that you don't recognize that you'd like to know about, please let me know. I do have walkthroughs for many of my decks as well, so check out the playlist. I'll try to link it at the end as well of the video, but let's get started. So in terms of the Eight of Swords, I am going to read from a little excerpt, as I usually have been, from the Kitchen Table Tarot. I've chosen purposely to use that particular resource for all of the RWS meetings, just so that I'm consistent and we don't confuse matters. But of course, there are 1.5 million different resources for this type of tarot. So, all right, so it says, she's surrounded by swords, hands bound, blindfolded, but her feet are free. If she can conquer her fear, be careful, she can be free, even if she cuts herself in the process. This card is about all-consuming fear. Sorry about that. Is about all-consuming fear, being trapped by your own anxiety and allowing it to direct your life. On the reverse side, a release, a bird flying out of a cage. Someone's left a bad marriage, ended a toxic friendship, or found a better job. It's also about releasing those restrictions and that we hold ourselves. That we hold inside ourselves. Okay, so there we have. So it is typically, and even from other resources that I've seen, this card is typically about, sort of feeling trapped by our own thoughts. Since of course the swords are typically, well, at least in the RWS deck, they're typically meant to represent the element of air, which is about intellect, reason, things of the mind. So, she can't see past her own troubles right now because she does have that blindfold on. Her mind is just going 1,000,000 miles a minute, worried about all the things. You see the water at the bottom, which represents emotions, and she just can't see past. She can't see her way past, and things just seem really bad right now. So, all right. On the right hand side, you see the Gilded Tarot, which is very much the same. And let's see here. The Rackham Tarot. I'm just going to move these over to the side here so I can. So far, these look very similar. Obviously, each artist has brought his or her own take to the situation. Love this card. I'm a huge Game of Thrones fan. So here, instead of swords, we have thorns and vines circling her. I love that idea that, you know, if you can only be brave and, you know, sort of move past the thought that you're going to get hurt, you know, and you may get hurt, but better to get hurt and be able to heal than to sort of remain trapped all the time. That's my take on it anyway. These cards, I'm going quickly because these cards are all very, very similar, as you can see. Here's the first one that's slightly different. That is the Hidden Realms and the Shadowscapes. Let's see what the Shadowscape says. Okay, so do not waste energy on the trivial or freeze up in a crisis. Resist the urge to feel restricted, confused, powerless, and trapped by circumstances. So, obviously very different artwork, but, well, I mean, I guess kind of similar artwork in a way. But same message, right? Try not to feel powerless. Don't let those weasels in your brain win. You can make your way out. I love this. And I love that one as well. That's the Mermaid Tarot. I think this one is my favorite card of the lot, and I think it is because it just, again, like, this is a mirror, so she's not actually trapped and blindfolded. It's just that's how she sees herself at the moment, and because it's not real, she can do something about it. Whoops, sorry about that. The Chicoli deck. Let's see what that one says, because again, we've got slightly different artwork. However, it still says roughly the same thing. So restriction, paranoia, giving away your power, uncertainty, and suspicion rob you of your independence, making you feel trapped or helpless. Get your facts straight and don't be intimidated by mer shadows. To me, that speaks of, you know, being a child and being afraid of the dark, the monsters that may be under the bed. And that's the next Royal Tarot. Okay, so now we get to the Marseilles style and ancient Italian. I'm just going to put those all together because they are very similar, at least in artwork. One JJ Swiss, Solabusca, Marshmallow Marseille, so cute. Tattoo Tarot, Tarot Classic, Valentina Visconti, and the Ancient Italian. And let's just see what that one says before we move forward. So, the Eight of Swords, self-defense, self-treatment, internal harmony united with external disharmony, defending one's own state. So different words, but you kind of get to the same place at the end of the day, right? Okay, and let's read what the Tattoo Tarot said as well in this case. Contradiction, criticism, reprimand, crisis, temporary difficulties, blame, scandal, trauma that can be healed, swamped by details, being pinned or entrapped, a dark night of the soul, understanding the power of fear, beliefs, and thoughts that can be changed. So far these are all very, very similar. And let's see, we've got the Thoth-based system now. I'm just going to take these out of the way. Okay. So this is the Handel Tarot. We've got the Millennium Thoth, which is an updated artwork of the Crowley Thoth. And I'm just going to read what that says about this card. Your agenda is not going as planned. Lack of clear progress being made. Your energies are scattered. And on the reverse side, you are in the flow of the situation. Make the way through clear. Move with freedom. So again, there is definitely a difference to the Thoth system as compared to the others. However, it still does speak to that overcrowding of the mind, the rats running on the wheels, or the hamsters, spinning the wheels in the brain and keeping us distracted and sort of pinned down. So from that respect, there are some similarities there with the others, but also some differences as well. So anyway, I would love to hear what your thoughts are on the Eight of Swords. Which one is your favorite card? I'd love to hear that. And if there's any, do you have any cards that are completely different than this? I'd love to hear that as well. So until next time, we'll catch again with the, oh, you know what? I actually missed a whole bunch of cards here, and I'm just going to show them super fast. And this is the RWS style. So we've got the influence of the angels, bit of a different take. These are mostly the same, but since I have them out, I'll show them. Oops. There's the vice versa, front and back. And we've got the Tarot de la Nuit and the Wildwood and the Herb Crafters. Okay, so now that's it. So I'd love to hear from you, and I hope you've enjoyed this. If you do, please do hit that like and subscribe button. I really appreciate it. I love all the commentary that's come back. It's been great. I love hearing people's different takes on things, and I would love to continue that conversation. So if you are so inclined, please do leave me a comment. Let me know what your favorites are and what, if any particular meanings stood out to you out of the ones that I've read or showed. Okay, until next time, bye-bye.